Are you feeling stuck, wondering when your breakthrough will finally come? We've all been in that waiting season, praying and hoping for God to move. But how do you know when that season is about to end? Today, we're diving into 5 powerful and unique biblical signs that your wait is almost over. These aren't the signs you always hear about. These are deep, scriptural indicators that God is preparing to shift your circumstances. The first sign is a sudden surge of strength and courage. When you've been waiting for a long time, it's natural to feel weary and discouraged. But suddenly, you feel a renewed sense of boldness. You're no longer intimidated by the challenges that once terrified you. This isn't just a random burst of confidence. It's a divine impartation. Think about Joshua right before he was about to lead the Israelites into the promised land. After years of wandering, their waiting was over. In Joshua chapter 1 verse 9, God tells him, "Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." When God is about to move you into your promise, He first equips you with the courage to face it. If you're feeling an unexplainable bravery welling up inside you, get ready. Your Jericho is about to fall. The second sign is that you start seeing provision in unexpected places. Maybe you've been struggling financially, and suddenly a forgotten investment pays off, or a side project takes off out of nowhere. Or perhaps you've been praying for a resource, and it shows up from a source you never considered. This is God showing you that He is your ultimate provider, Jehovah Jireh. Remember the story of Elijah and the widow? In 1 Kings chapter 17, there was a severe famine, and the widow had only enough flour and oil for one last meal. But she obeyed the prophet, and her jar of flour was not used up, and the jug of oil did not run dry. When your waiting season is ending, God starts to release miraculous provision, demonstrating His faithfulness in tangible ways. He's preparing the resources you'll need for the next chapter. So pay attention to those surprising little blessings. They are whispers of the abundance to come. Sign number 3 is an increased sensitivity to God's voice and a desire for obedience. In the waiting, our spiritual ears can sometimes get clogged with doubt and anxiety. But as the season shifts, you'll find yourself hearing God with newfound clarity. You'll feel a strong pull to read His Word, to spend more time in prayer, and you'll have an intense desire to obey His instructions, even the small ones. This is a critical sign. God is aligning your heart with His before He elevates you. In John chapter 10, verse 27, Jesus says, "My sheep listen to my voice. I know them, and they follow me." When you find yourself more eager to listen and quicker to obey, it's because He is preparing to lead you out of the wilderness and into a new territory. He is entrusting you with new instructions for your new season. The fourth sign that your waiting period is drawing to a close is a powerful sense of holy discontent. This isn't just complaining or being ungrateful. It's a deep, spirit-led stirring in your soul that says, "I was made for more than this." You become uncomfortable with the status quo, not out of ambition, but out of a divine calling. You feel a restlessness to pursue the promises God has placed on your heart. This is what David must have felt as a shepherd boy. He was faithful in the fields, but he knew he was anointed for something greater. In Psalm 27, verse 13, David declares, "I remain confident of this. I will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living." This holy discontent is the fuel that propels you from your waiting place to your promised place. It's God waking up the dreams He planted in you, signaling that it's almost time to move. The fifth and final sign is that old battles you thought you'd won may briefly resurface for a final test. It can be confusing. You might think, "I thought I was over this." But this isn't a setback. It's a final exam. God is allowing you to face a familiar giant one last time to prove that you have truly grown. He wants you to see for yourself the strength and wisdom you've gained during your wait. When you respond with faith instead of fear, with wisdom instead of worry, you pass the test. In 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 3, it says, "His divine power has given us everything we need for a godly life." God is confirming that you are equipped and ready for the promotion He has for you. It's like the Israelites having to face one last set of enemies before fully possessing the land. When you defeat that old issue with your new strength, you are confirming your readiness for the new season. So, let's recap these 5 powerful signs. First, a sudden surge of strength and courage. Second, unexpected provision appearing in your life. Third, an increased sensitivity to God's voice and a desire to obey. Fourth, a holy discontent with your current situation. And fifth, a final test over an old battle to prove your growth. If you recognize these signs in your life, be encouraged. Your waiting is not in vain. God is at work behind the scenes, preparing you, equipping you, and getting ready to launch you into the beautiful destiny He has planned. Hold on to your faith. As it says in Hebrews chapter 10, verse 36, you need to persevere so that when you have done the will of God, you will receive what He has promised. Your season of promise is closer than you think. Thank you so much for watching. If this message resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Don't forget to subscribe for more content to encourage you on your faith journey. Remember, Jesus loves you. We'll see you in the next video.